Hi, my name is Lisa Cooper, and I'm a registered dietitian at the Orlando Health Center for Health Improvement. And today we're going to do a recipe, and I was thinking like meatless Monday, or maybe just getting more veggies into your diet. So we're going to do a black bean and veggie quesadilla. So a little bit outside the normal chicken quesadilla or cheese quesadilla, but adding more vitamins and minerals. And I really wanted to do beans because they're loaded with what we call soluble fiber. Soluble fiber helps to lower cholesterol and is great for blood sugar control. And having beans in your diet is very filling. So all that fiber helps with weight loss too. So really a great thing to have in your diet is beans. And I recommend them like 2 or 3 times a week if you can get them in. When you're making beans, you can do it from dry, which would require some soaking either overnight or a quick soak method where you boil the beans and then soak them for 4 hours and then cook them. No matter which way you choose, you want to make sure you're discarding that soaking water and putting new water in. It helps to get rid of some of the sugars that leach off of the beans and gives you a better flavor without that on there. So put some fresh water in. If you don't have time, canned is fine. Try to get the low sodium canned beans and rinse out the liquid, or even if it's regular beans, just rinse that liquid off. Just know you're going to be getting a little bit more sodium in there if you have the regular canned beans. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our black bean and veggie quesadillas. So to begin this recipe, I'm going to bring you down here, and we're going to be using, I'm turning up my heat here. We're going to be using black beans as our main protein in our quesadilla. We're going to start with sauteing up some vegetables. So we're going to do red onions, and I'm just adding some olive oil here to the pan. So I'll switch it over so you can see. So I'm going to start by sauteing up some red onions. I'm going to give that a minute to heat there, so it'll start sizzling. So onions. I'm going to do red peppers, which a lot of people don't know. Red peppers have more vitamin C than some other, or just as much as some other fruits and vegetables like strawberries and oranges. So red peppers are an excellent source of vitamin C. So if you love them, get them in your diet. And then I'm also going to add some jalapeno peppers in there for a little kick. Again, if you don't like jalapenos, you don't have to add those. You can simply go with the onions and the red peppers, and maybe you want green peppers instead in yours. You can add any vegetables that you think would taste really good in it, but it's a beautiful color. I don't know if you can see that from there, but it's really pretty combination of colors. So I'm going to turn that up. I'm going to let that saute for a second. The next thing we're going to add after that sautés and softens is our black beans. So I've used the canned and rinsed black bean. And again, like I said, you can do your own soaking, or you can do the can. So I'm going to add my black beans in there. I'm also going to add some fresh cilantro. So cilantro provides excellent flavor. And just as a side note, some people really don't like cilantro. They actually have it's genetic, that it tastes like maybe a soapy flavor. So if you know somebody who doesn't like cilantro, that could be the reason. It's a genetic thing. So I'm going to saute these all together, because this is going to be the base of our quesadilla. And then I'm going to add in some cumin, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of chili powder to give it a little pizzazz, and a pinch of black pepper. So I'm going to saute that up just for a second here. Mix it all together. Oh, it smells so good. I wish you could smell the flavors, and it's beautiful looking, the colors. And that's what makes for a really nice quesadilla too, is that it's got beautiful colors and a different crunches and softness to it from the black beans. So once you saute that a little bit and your vegetables are soft, we're going to transfer that to a bowl. You know what? I'm going to let that cook a little bit while I do the next piece. I'll let that saute. I'm going to come back over here. I have chosen a whole wheat quesadilla. So you want to use 100% whole wheat for your grains. They're high in fiber, help with inflammation, help with cholesterol lowering, help to fill you up. So they're great for blood sugar control too. And I am going to just sprinkle a little bit of cheese on one side of it. So I'm only going to do the half. And maybe a tablespoon or two. So I'm not going heavy on cheese. And I think this is ready to go. I'm going to transfer it to a bowl. So I'll come right back to you. And I've got my beautiful mixture that I'm going to spoon onto my quesadilla. Like so. And I want to make it so it's not too full because I have made it too full before, and that's resulted in a big mess. So you want to be careful about that. I'm going to take a second to rinse off my pan here and add a little bit more olive oil to it so that we can start cooking up our quesadilla. So the great part about this is you can add any vegetables that you like, and or less if you're making for kids too, but it gives them an idea and a chance to try different things. So I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to transfer it over back to my pan. It's just heating up a little bit. So you want to cook the quesadilla like about 3 minutes per side. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this in here. Watch and try not to spill the things out of it. And I'm going to let that cook up for a minute. So just took me minutes to put together. The big thing was just getting a few things cut up, and you can always get that at the grocery store already pre-cut. So all you have to do is lay it out, add your toppings together, saute it, and you're good to go. And you have a beautiful black bean quesadilla. It's really been a hit at our house, and I hope you enjoy it.